Welcome again. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We're really going to move through the hips and the legs today and low back. So let's go ahead and start in a nice comfortable seat. Again, I always recommend that you sit on a blanket or a pillow or a cushion or something because it allows you to lift the hips up and then your knees are kind of pointing down as opposed to the being up here. So it's a little bit easier on the knees and the hips. And then allow your hands to rest comfortably on top of your thighs. Let the shoulders just kind of drape out of the shoulder sockets. And just arrive this moment and see if you can really see if you have the tendency to lean into something, to lean into your breath, or even have a tendency to want to change the position or fidget, or whatever that is. Can you just find ease with this moment? So even if your breath is shallow, allow it to be exactly the way it is. Just finding ease in whatever it is that you're sensing in your body right now. And then as you blink your eyes open, cross your ankles, however you're sitting. Please come to a Sukhasana with ankles crossed. Take a nice deep breath in, reach your fingertips in front. And then as you lift the chest up, send your tailbone back behind you. So try to get the roundness out of your back. Press the earth away as you lift the chest up. Maybe this is as far as you want to come, and this is great. Maybe some of you would like to come down on your elbows and drop the head down. See if that works for you. Pause here for a moment. Just breathe into your hips and low back. And then press yourself up. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Again, push your hands on the floor in front of you. And then as you lengthen the spine, that right hip is going to want to lift up. Ground the right hip down. And then just kind of fold forward towards your left knee. You don't have to go that far. Just pause here for just a moment. Breathe into your low back. And then walk your hands all the way back to the center. Uncross your ankles and cross the other ankle in front. And we'll do the same thing on this side. So hands on the floor, lift the chest, send the tail back behind you. Inhale. As you exhale, just let the head drop. Maybe some of you would like to bring your elbows down on the floor. See if that's accessible to you today. And then press yourself all the way up. Walk your hands to the right knee, towards the right side of your mat. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, just fold forward. So really think about your chest coming towards the knee, not so much the forehead. And then come all the way back to the center again. Bring your knees together. Put your feet flat on the floor. Go ahead and come on up. We're going to come into Malasana. So I really recommend, if you have a block, to use your block. Go ahead and have a seat on your block and have your feet and knees pointing the same direction. Let your forearms rest, elbows rest on top of your knees. And then just close your eyes here. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. So bring your thumbs to your forehead, or really to your third eye. Let your elbows rest comfortably on top of your knees. Close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just allow your breath to travel nice and slowly all the way down to your tailbone. So all you need to do is just keep your eyes closed here. Let the shoulders be soft. Let the breath travel naturally. I'm going to mind the time for you. So just stay here for just a few moments. Close your eyes. Really breathe into the tailbone. And I'm just going to be quiet so you can really allow this pose to settle into your body. Nice deep inhalations and exhales. We have 1 more minute to go, so really let your hips just settle on your block or your bolster, or maybe even if you're not using a block, just feel that kind of compression in the hips and the ankles. And then gently blink your eyes open. Walk your feet out to the side a little bit. Turn the toes out. Your knees and the toes are pointing the same direction. Bring the right elbow on the inside of the right knee as you press the forearm or your triceps into the right knee. Point the fingers down towards the floor. And then take your left fingertips to your right rib cage and gently guide your rib cage up towards the ceiling. And maybe you can take your left arm up towards the ceiling and pause. So I want you to really, more than anything, press that tricep or forearm into your inner knee as the inner knee is pressing into one of those areas. And then let the shoulders again soften away from the ears. You can turn your gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels good. Really press that knee into the elbow, elbow into the knee, or whatever part of your arm is touching your knee. And then nice and slowly come back to the center. Pause here for a moment, and then now take your left elbow on the inside of that left knee. As you press the knee into the elbow, take your right hand to your left rib cage, roll the lift cage up, and then send the right arm up towards the ceiling if that feels good. Make sure the shoulders are not coming up. Let the shoulders be soft. And then press that back of your arm, whichever part you have, whether it's the forearm, elbow, or your tricep, into the knee as the knee presses into one of those three parts. And take the gaze up to the ceiling if that feels good. Inhale. And then exhale and slowly lower down. Bring your hands in front. If you're sitting on anything, blocks or blankets or cushions or whatever, move them to the side, please. Come to the top of your mat. Place your hands down. Inhale. Take your hands to your calf. And then as you're ready, lift this torso up so that the torso is parallel to the floor. Bring the hands and slide it all the way to the base of your glutes or to the top of your hamstrings. And then exhale, keep the knees bent and fold forward. And let's do this 2 more times. Make sure the toes are parallel to each other, the knees are parallel to each other, feet are hip width apart. Inhale, lift halfway up so that your torso is parallel to the floor, and then exhale and fold forward. And once again, inhale, slide the hands all the way up to your hamstrings and up. Hold it, pause here, and exhale and fold forward. Bring your hands to the earth and step your left foot back, please. Bring the left knee down to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest up as you bring the top of your left foot down onto the floor. Exhale, take your hips all the way back to your left heel, flex the right toes. And 2 more times, inhaling, bending the right knee, let the hips drop. Exhale, take the hips all the way back to your heel, flex the toes. Once again, inhale, coming forward, let the hips drop. Pause here for a moment. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Press your hands down, lean your hips over to the right as you do a little bit of a lateral side bend to the left. Deep breath in, feel that nice expansion through that right side body. And then bring your hands back to the center, tuck your left toes under, and step the left foot up next to the right foot. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands down, step your right foot back behind you, bring the right knee down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift the chest as you let the hips drop. Exhale, take your hips all the way back to your heel, flex the left toes. 1 more time, please. Inhaling, coming forward, let the hips drop, lift the chest. Exhale, take your hips all the way back to the right heel, flex the left toes. And then this time, As you come into your low lunge, walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. Lean your hips over to the left, and then you're going to create this kind of a lateral side bend so that you're stretching that entire left side. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Tuck your right toes under. Step the right foot up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Plant your hands down. Step the left foot back behind your left knee comes down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Flex the right toes. This time as you come back down to your lunge, pause. Walk your hands all the way over to the left. And then continue walking. Swivel on that left knee. Come on up to your warrior two on the left knee. As you bend that right knee a little bit deeper, reach the right fingertips to the opposite wall. And then as you exhale, press straight up so your torso is aligned with the hips. 2 more times. Inhale, bend the right knee a little bit deeper. And then exhale, press through the bottom of that right foot and come back to the middle. Make sure when you're doing this, the right knee stays aligned with the right middle toe. Inhale, and then exhale, coming all the way back. This time, reach the arms all the way up and then straighten that right knee. So you may need to heel toe that right foot out. And then gate pose, reach the fingertips towards the right shin. As you pause here, roll the chest open towards the sky, left elbow towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the right knee. Once again, circle the arm all the way down towards the top of your mat, and then step the left foot up next to the right foot. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back behind you, right knee comes down. Inhale, low lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, take your hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Flex the left toes. Inhale, here coming back into your lunge. And then this time as you come back into your lunge, swivel on that right knee and come on up to warrior two on your knees. Inhale, and then bend that left knee a little bit deeper. Exhale, come back to the center. Once again, two more times. Bend that left knee, inhaling, and exhale. Try not to fold forward, but really just reach the left fingertips towards the opposite wall. And then coming back to the center, lift your arms up, heel toe that left foot a little bit closer to the left side of your mat, and then go ahead and take it to the gate pose. So now here your right elbow is reaching up, pointing up towards the ceiling as you're rolling the chest open more and more towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming all the way back up to your warrior two. Bend that left knee, bring the hands back down to the earth, and step the right foot up. Inhaling, halfway up. We're gonna add on to our little sequence. Exhale and fold forward. Step the left foot back behind you, left knee comes down. Inhale, lift the chest, drop the hips. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Flex the right toes. Inhale, come all the way back to the center. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Swivel on the left knee. Raise your torso up into warrior two. And then bend the right knee deep as you reach the right fingertips toward the opposite wall. Inhale, come back to the center. Heel toe that right foot to the top of your mat. Gate pose. Reach the left fingertips up and over. Inhale. Now you're gonna circle the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Lower the left hand down. Lift the right leg up. Hold it here. And then bend the right knee. See if you can grab your right ankle as you lift the chest open. Press that shin to the opposite wall. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. And then try not to slingshot that right leg, but just release that right foot. Lower the right foot down. Vashisthasana to this side. So lift that hip up towards the ceiling as much as you can. The hips are going to want to drop. You want to really press through that left hand to lift the right hip up. Maybe you can press through the bottom of that right foot and then bring that left knee to your chest. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower the left knee down, and then come on all the way up and bring that right knee down too. So now you're on your knees, arms reaching up. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and fold forward into your child's pose. Bring the forehead all the way down to the floor. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Can you try and not use your hands when you come down? So reach the arms up and then bring the forehead down before the hands reach down to the floor. See if that's possible for you. Just try it. Inhale, tap the forehead down. See if you can keep the hands off the ground. I know it's a little bit tough, but it's really a good practice because then you're using the strength in your back and your core to bring the forehead down. And then come all the way back up. Inhale. Take that right leg back out to the side. Bring the hands back down to the floor and step the left foot out. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold and step the right foot back behind you. Right knee comes down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take your hips all the way back to your heels. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Inhale, come back into your low lunge. Walk your hands all the way to the right side of your mat. Swivel on that right knee. Come back into your warrior 2 on your knee. Nice deep inhalations. Bend that left knee deep. Reach the left toes to the opposite wall. And then come back to the center. And this time you're going to heel toe that left foot out a little bit more. Gate pose. So reaching both hands to your left shin. Stretching out the right side body. Inhale. Now keep the length you've created on that right side. And then circle your hands all the way up and over into Ardha Chandrasana on your right knee. So lifting that left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the left foot down. Pause here. Maybe some of you can really press through the bottom of that left foot. And that right knee becomes light, so you bring the right knee to your chest. You're pressing strong, right arm strong, left leg is strong, excuse me. And then you can lower that right foot down back into Vashisthasana. So really lift that left hip up towards the sky. Now, go ahead and come on all the way up. Inhale, reach both arms up. And then bring that left knee back down so that you're sitting on your knees. And we're going to do that same sequence with the folding forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale into your child's pose. And see if you can keep the hands off the ground. Bring the forehead down. Touch the floor with your forehead. And then lift the arms back up. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. See if your hands don't have to touch the floor. You just touch the floor with your forehead. And then coming all the way back up. And once again, inhale and exhale, 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 exhale. Fold forward and then coming all the way back up. And then release the arms, extend that left leg forward again. Bring the hands to the floor and step the right foot up. Inhaling halfway up, exhale and fold forward. Drop the head down. Bring your hands to your hips, please, and come all the way up to standing. Take a big step out with your left foot. Turn the toes out, your heels in. Bend the knees as deep as you can. And then think about pressing your knees back behind you. So instead of the knees coming in this way, you see how my inner arches are collapsed? I want to open my knees out and the inner arch is lifting up. Bring your hands to your hips, sit a little bit lower on your yogic squat, and then press through the bottom of both feet to straighten the knees. And we'll add the arms. Inhale, arms out to the side, elbows are bent into goalpost. Exhale, lift the arms up, bring the hands to your heart center and all the way down. Inhaling into your yogic squat, elbows out to the side, and then press through the bottom of both feet. Reach the arms up, star pose, and bring the hands to the heart center. Keep going. Inhale. yogic squat, and then lift the arms up and exhale. And then we're gonna add on to this our arm movement. So as you inhale, reach the arms out, bend the knees. As you exhale, take the hands behind your head, cross the hands, and then as you straighten the knees, press the arms out to the side. Now inhale, reach forward down towards the ceiling, and then lift all the way back up towards your heart. Reach it up, give it to the universe, and exhale, come back to your heart space. So that's one set of the sequence. So inhale, reach up, star pose, cross your hand behind the head, and then as you bend the knees, press out what doesn't serve you anymore. Inhale, grab whatever it is that you want, bring it to your heart, and then give it back to the universe. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart center. One more time, inhale, reach up, star pose, exhale, cross your hands behind your head and press away what doesn't serve you. Inhale, grab now whatever you want to bring in more into your life, and then give it back to the universe. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center and then hold it here. Now straighten the knees, turn your toes in, heels out. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and fold forward. Bring the hands in front. You can have your hands on a block or just on the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, Pasurita Paduttanasana. Drop the head down. So here I'm just going to ask you to shift your weight to the balls of your feet more than the heels. And as you do that, lift through the inseam of both legs. So imagine we have a strap around your inner thighs and it's being pulled away from the back. So you really want to rotate the inner thighs in and out through the back. Drop the head down once again. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale. Really let the head go. So you can shake your head side to side. Yes and no. Let the back of your neck get long. Nice deep inhalation and exhale. And then walk your hands to the left side of your mat. So to your left foot. Turn your left toes out. And then bend that left knee deep. So you're going to come into Skandasana variation. Keep the bottom of that right foot down onto the floor. Feel the stretch in that right inner thigh. And then we're just going to pause here. So have your hands either on your blocks or on the floor. And you're just going to press the earth away and pause it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands through the center to the right side. Turn the right toes out. Bend the right knee. Keep the bottom of your left foot flat on the floor. And you're just going to pause it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time going through the center. Go all the way to the left. This time I'm going to ask you to flex the right foot up and then pause for 10. Maybe you can lower the hips down a little bit more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering it a little bit more and then walk your hands all the way to the right. Bring your hands to your right foot. Bend the right knee. Flex the left toes and then pause it again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set. Lower the left toes down. Walk your hands all the way to the left. Flex the right foot. And then see if you can lower the hips down just a little bit more. Pause here for a moment. Maybe if your hands can come off the ground, just like we did at the beginning of the class. Reach the left fingertips down towards the floor as you twist your torso and reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Really strong right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the hands back down to the floor and then Take your hands all the way over to the right, flex the left toes, and then twist right here. So left fingertips reach down, reach up, right fingertips reach down. Take a nice deep inhalation, full, maybe take your gaze up to the ceiling, and then exhale and come all the way back to the center. Now we're just gonna come all the way down onto the floor. So however you can get there, maybe it's very graceful, maybe it's not. Bring your hips all the way down. As you get here, pause for a moment, and then bend that right knee, put the right foot flat. So this is a great way to just start with this pose. So maybe your right foot is flat. Maybe you can bring that right heel a little bit closer to your right buttock. So you can really squeeze that right knee in. Whichever one you want to do is perfect. There's no right or wrong here. And then I'm going to ask everybody to turn your torso towards the left leg. Flex the left foot. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, begin to fold forward towards the left toes. Now when you do this, that right knee wants to drop in. So can you instead press that right knee open? So really active here, right? Inner thighs are active. The right knee is lifting up towards the ceiling, and then you're just folding forward towards the left leg. Make sure that right knee is not sickling in, okay? So drop the head down, flex the left toes, take a nice deep breath in, exhale. Really press through the bottom of that right foot to keep that right leg energized. And then nice and slowly begin to press yourself up. And then we're gonna try on the other side. So bend the left knee, put the left foot flat on the floor, extend the right leg out. So maybe your left foot is farther away from the groin. That's okay. Or if you wanna try, you can bring that left heel a little bit closer to your buttocks, and then turn your torso towards the right, flex that right foot, inhale and fold. The minute you are folding forward, that left knee wants to come in, excuse me, wants to come in. Make sure you don't let that happen. So the left leg has to be really strong. You want to press through the bottom of that left foot and then fold forward towards the right leg. Breathe into that tension. Maybe you feel a nice stretch in the left low back or the left hip. And exhale it out. And then come in all the way back to the center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your hands on your ankles. Lift the chest up and exhale and fold towards your heels. And kind of press your knees open with the elbows so you can get a great stretch with the hip, in the hips. One more deep breath in and exhale. And then come in all the way back up. Bring your knees together. Once again, put your feet flat on the floor. Press yourself up, and we're gonna return to our yang practice. So we're doing a kind of a yin-yang practice today. Holding poses and then moving a little bit more. So come to the top of your mat, please. Bring your big toes together, heels are an inch apart. Have a seat as you reach the arms up into your chair. Inhale, exhale, fold forward all the way down. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your left foot back. Spin your left foot flat. Inhale, warrior one. Rise, come on up. Exhale, lift that left heel off the ground. And then lift the chest up as you reach the arms back behind you. Take a nice deep breath here. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lean forward. And then step the left knee. Bring the left knee up to your chest. Inhale. As you bend the right leg, take the left ankle on top of the right knee and sit into your one-legged chair. So really lean your hips back. Maybe some of you can bring your elbows on top of your shin. Maybe some of you can hook your left foot in your right elbow. See wherever you can go. And then slowly stand up, nice and easy, controlled movements. And take the left foot next to the right foot. Inhale, sit back into your chair pose. Reach the arms up, bend the knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, step the right foot back behind you. Spin the right foot flat. Inhale, warrior one, rise. Lift the right heel up. Bring in your hands to the heart center, full breath in. Lean forward. Press through the bottom of that left foot to bring the right knee to your chest. Externally rotate that right hip. Right ankle comes on top of the left knee. See if you want to stay here in your one-legged chair, or maybe you can bring your elbows and tap to your shin, or maybe some of you can hook your right foot into your left elbow. And then hold it here, inhale. Now you're really slowly gonna come out of the pose, so no rushing it, nice and focused. And then step the right foot next to the left foot. So we'll add on again. Inhale, bend the knees into chair, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana, step the left foot back. Spin the left foot flat, warrior one, come on up. Lift the left heel up, hands come to the heart center. Lean your torso forward, left knee to your chest. Inhale, left ankle on top of the right knee. Now hold it here for a moment, lower down if you can, and then see if you can bring your hands down onto the floor. You may or may not be able to do this. You may or we may not be able to do it with your blocks. So see what's available for you. Bend your knee a little bit more. Get a nice stretch in that left hip. Inhale. Now if you have your hands on the floor or on your block, slowly begin to straighten that right knee without hyperextending the knee. So make sure that your left ankle is not directly on top of the kneecap, but it's just above it. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold forward. Now we're going to come out exactly the same way we went in. So bend the right knee, come all the way up, raise the torso, and then step the left foot next to the right foot. So let's see how we do on this side. Chair pose, bend both knees, reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands down, step your right foot back. Spin the right foot flat, come on up, warrior one. Inhale, lift the right heel up, hands come to the heart center. Lean your torso forward, right knee comes to your chest. Stand tall first, and then right ankle on top of the left thigh. Inhale. Maybe bring the right elbows down and tap on your shins or your knee. Maybe some of you can bring your hands to the floor, or you can always put your hands on top of a block. Pause here for a moment as you get that nice deep stretch in the right hip. Now look, make sure that that right ankle is not on top of a kneecap, but it's just above it. And then slowly begin to straighten that left knee as you drop the head down. Nice deep inhalation. Exhale. Make sure you're not hyperextending that left knee. Keep a slight flexion of the knee. And then bend the knee once again. And you're going to come all the way up back into your one-legged chair. And then step the right foot next to the left foot. I wish I was there to see you guys. Hopefully you did well. Last one, bend the knees, reach up chair, exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway, exhale, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, right foot back, and then lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Almost done with the class and we're on downward facing dog. Bend the left knee and straighten the right, and then move a little bit side to side. Inhale, float the right leg all the way up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee to your chest and step that right knee in between your hands. So we're gonna go into our pigeon prep. And as you know, if you've done a class with me, you know that I like to keep my left knee bent, and I'm really pressing through the outside edge of that right knee, right shin, and right ankle, so much so that the outside edge of the right foot comes up. Inhale, create a little bit of a back bend first, and then exhale and fold. Fold forward, let your head drop. Pause here for a moment. Really rest your forehead either on top of a block, or you can stack your hands and rest your forehead on top of your stacked hands. Keep pressing the outside of that right knee, shin, and ankle down onto the floor. That really helps you protect that right knee. And just breathe into that right hip. Let the head go. Let your breath be natural. And then as you're ready, gently press yourself up. So come halfway up. Take a nice deep breath in, tuck your left toes under, pick up the left knee off the ground, and send that right leg back. If you like to, you can bend and straighten that knee, or maybe shake that right leg out. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna go to the left side. So lift the left leg all the way up and back, and exhale, bring the left knee to your chest, and step the left foot in between your hands. Pigeon prep on this side. Same thing, you can keep that right knee bent, press through the outside edge of the left knee, left ankle, so much so that you can lift the outside edge of the left foot up. Inhale, first create a little bit of a back bend, and exhale and fold forward. And again, rest your forehead either on your stacked hands or on your blocks. Close your eyes. Just breathe to that left hip. And then nice and easy, lift the torso once again. Inhale. Tuck your right toes under, send that left leg back behind you. Again, if you like to, you can pedal your feet, or you can lift that left leg up and shake it out. And then bring the knees down to the earth. And we're gonna go into child's pose, but an easy child's pose. So bring your big toes together, knees are wide apart from each other. So bring your knees all the way to the ends of your mat. Let the toes touch. Stack your hands and rest your forehead on top of your stacked hands. Let the shoulders just be soft. Let your belly be soft. And not to hold your breath in, hold your belly in. So really just breathe into a soft, receptive belly. Each time you breathe, can you send your breath all the way down to your tailbone, and feel your exhalation soften the hips towards your heels. nice and slowly come on up, please. Sit on one side, extend the legs out, bend both knees, come all the way down on your back. And then bring the right knee to your chest, take that right knee all the way over to the left knee, cross, so like almost like you're sitting cross-legged. Bring both feet up. You can have your hands on top of your knees, your shins or your ankles or outside edges of your feet. Lift, if you have your feet, lift the feet up and then draw them close to your shoulders. You want to then have the intention of squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. And then release your feet. Put your left foot flat on the floor. Lift the hips up. Shift your hips over to the right. Drop the knees over to the left. And then reach the right arm up over your head. You can take your gaze to your right shoulder if it feels good. Inhale, come back to the center, please. Put your right foot flat, bring the left knee to your chest, and take that left knee all the way over so you're laying down cross-legged. And then lift the hips up. Let's do the hip stretch first. So bring both feet up. You can have your hands on top of your shins or ankles or feet. And you just squeeze the inner thighs together as you bring your feet closer to your shoulders. And then nice and slowly, gently release the foot. Bring the right foot down. Shift your hips over to the left and then drop the knees over to the right. You can extend the left arm above your head. Take your gaze to your left. Close your eyes. And inhale, come back to the center, please. So if you have a block, we're going to use this next pose with our blocks. Grab your block, bring your feet down, put your feet flat on the floor, and then bring the heels a little bit closer to your buttocks. Lift the hips up, slide the block under your hips so that they're under your sacrum. And then you're just gonna open your knees out to the side and bring the soles of your feet together. If you don't have a block, you can do the same thing, Supta Baddha Konasana without the block. So just let the knees open wide, have the soles of your feet touching each other. So with or without the block, we're all doing Supta Baddha Konasana. With the block is a little bit edgier, a little more intense, but you don't necessarily need the block. And then just close your eyes for a moment. This is another yin pose, so we're staying here for another 2 minutes. Close your eyes. Breathe into the belly, chest, and collarbones. And exhale, empty belly, chest, and collarbones. So 3-part breath. Let your breath just carry on. So you're inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Deep, deep inhale all the way to your throat. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. Empty the belly, empty the chest, empty the collarbones. We're halfway there, so one more minute of holding this pose. And if you like to, you can begin to slowly extend the legs straight. So if you want this, if you have a block under your sacrum, this really helps you stretch out the hip flexors. If you don't have a block and would like to stretch the hip flexors, just take a bunch of pillows, lift your hips up and put your hips on the block, on the pillows, and then stretch your legs out. And if you don't want to do either one, then and you're ready for your Shavasana, just go ahead and go to Shavasana. It's your practice. I welcome you to do whatever satisfies you, whatever makes you feel like you had a complete practice. If there is another pose you like to do at this point other than what we're doing, and that makes you feel complete, then please, by all means, go ahead and do that. I want you to leave this session feeling fulfilled and complete and satisfied and stretched out and open and relaxed, rejuvenated. If you like to stay here for your Shavasana, feel free. If you want to just go to a regular Shavasana, put your feet flat on the floor. Gently and slowly lift your hips off the block or structure, move that to the side, and then lower the hips down. And my dear friends, you are ready for your sweet Shavasana. So extend the legs out. Make sure your head is comfortable, your neck is comfortable. Take a nice deep breath into your belly. Exhale it out through an open mouth. Let it go. Let the palms be open. Let your legs be really soft. Toes are just falling away from each other. Hips are soft. Just use these few moments of rest and relaxation. As you rest here, just allow the sounds to come to you. Whether it's the sound of the traffic outside, or maybe you're in nature and you can hear the sounds of birds, or a river, or music, or the sound of my voice. And just notice how all these sensations just appear on their own. Just like the waves, if you're standing in front of the ocean watching the waves, you really have no control over the waves. You just watch and look at the waves come in and go out. As you're ready, gently begin to deepen your breath. Draw one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest. Notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side, pause for a moment. And with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat, please. Bring in your hands to the heart center, bow down to yourself for creating this time to be here. Thank you so much, as always, for inviting me to your home and practicing yoga with me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.